you went to a cousin's wedding?
I went to a wedding at the Vancouver Hotel. Can't remember the date. Within the 2 weeks. Saturday night. One of my cousin's husband came over during the night. As he saw me all through the evening, he comes up to me face to face. He goes, "Hey," because he still carries that Italian thing. He says, as he's looking me up and down, he's going, "What did you do?" And I said, "What do you mean, what did I do?" He says, "Come on, you did something. What did you do?" And I said, "I did nothing. My son is standing right beside me, and he's giggling because he doesn't have a clue." And I said, "Nothing." And I left it at that.
So your son, he
doesn't know either.
So he never looked at you and goes, "Gee, Dad, you got more hair." Or
That's selfish. A cousin's wife, a husband, sees me once in a while, knew there was something going on, but couldn't quite put it, and even looked at the top.
Really? So he was actually looking at the head?
He was looking at the head, looking at me. I says, "Well, I go to the gym." He goes, "Well, no, you look great in your tuxedo. You look really good, but there's something." And my kid's giggling because he thinks it's funny. But I'm looking to go, "That's my son. My brother's over there, doesn't have a clue." Yet, they saw me with the shaved head, Thanksgiving, and they saw the stitches there, and they said to me, "Dad, did you have surgery?"
They saw the staples?
Or the cut.
So
Remember when I had the crop circles?
Yeah.
They saw that, and I said, "Oh, I just had some surgery. Don't you worry about it." And they all thought, "From the car accident?" I says, "Yeah, no big deal."
So they actually saw that,
The shaved head.
they still aren't putting two and two together?
No.
They don't think, okay, you had a hair transplant.
But all my friends that I informed of are just blown away.
Yeah. Well,
just blown away.
It looks magnificent.
They're just blown away. And there's a big difference. It's just funny for me.
Oh, I know.
Because I'm getting a kick out of it.
Yeah.
As he said when I came in, you want it to look as natural as possible.
Yeah.
And he did achieve that very well. So kudos to him, and it's hilarious to me. And it's not that I'm crying that they don't notice all this money. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah. So tell the story about the gal that is at your apartment or condo complex where she didn't even recognize you.
Right.
What happened there again?
It was just after September. My face is still a little puffed up, and I never wore a hat or anything. Even with the staples in the head, I went for lunch that way. I didn't care. I wasn't worried.
Yeah.
And I was walking through my complex to go get a light bulb because I volunteer some time just to help out in the complex. And she saw the back of me, and she thought by my size, she recognized, "Well, that's Franco." She goes, "Franco, Franco." And when I turned around, she realized that I didn't look the same because my face was all swollen up. And she goes, "Oh, excuse me. You're not Franco." And I said, "Oh, yeah, I am." And then when I got closer, she realized it was me, and she was blown away. And I told her she thought I got a fight, and then I explained to her, and then she saw the staples, and she could see the hairline and stuff, and she goes, "Wow." And that was,
So even just right after surgery,
Yeah.
She saw the outline. She was impressed at that point.
She could see
the preview
of what was going to happen.
So now, when it all grew in, what did she say? Or did
you could see where she always looks. She goes, "Unbelievable."
Wow.
Everyone in my complex, and there was another fellow who didn't recognize me either. And he said that was Graham, and my hair was now 5 months old, 4 months old. So he goes, "You did something. You look totally younger, better." And I said, "Well, I go to the gym." He goes, "I can see that. I know I see you walking." He goes, "But you did something else. What was it?" And I told him. He goes, and then he looked at the head. He goes, "Unbelievable."
There's no way anybody could ever tell in a million years that that's the transplant. So now
he accomplished that.
You had mentioned that you would wish you had done this sooner. You had some friends that had been here, right? Or how did the process start for you to come here?
I always, years and years and years ago, when I realized, when I was sitting at my kitchen table one day, and I had my hair, and I was going through some stressful times when my kid was born, breaking up with my girlfriend. You can clip all that out. And I saw my hair coming out. Oh no, distress. And then I realized I was losing my hair. It kind of bummed me out. I went right away to see Dr. Shapiro, which I started a long time ago, the Pros car, hoping that it would slow it down. Because he told me back then, you could be one of the lucky ones that could regrow it, but for sure it'll slow it down and even stop it. So I was just hoping to stop it. And I think it did, most part. But I didn't like the way I looked anymore because I hated taking my picture. I wasn't comfortable in front of my camera. I just hated it.
So at that point in time, you had already lost a significant amount in the front. You were just trying to maintain what you had after that.
And after I realized, after I started getting a little older, I just didn't like my hair, and I'm losing more hair. It's not working. And I thought, and I knew about Hasson Wong through a couple of, not close friends, but I knew them all my life, and they went and did it. And when I got back from a trip from Italy, I forget the short fellow's name, I saw his hair at Costco and I was blown away. And I was blown away by the first guy too. And I thought, I'm going to do it. And it was just being a tightwad. It was all about money and parting with it. And I just said, shit, I'm going to do it. And I did it. And as they all say, you should have come in sooner. But anyway, it's done. I'm happy. It's good.
So is it, you know, it obviously had a positive impact on your life. Is it more than you would have hoped for? Or, I mean, how do you feel now that you've done it? I mean, any other ways it's impacted you? Or is it everything you thought it would be?
I'm not ashamed that I did it. I tell everybody I did it. It's just funny that my family doesn't. I'm never going to tell them. Just inside joke. All my friends know. I tell everybody. I even told people from the gym, they said they had a friend, he should do it because he had lots of money. I said, well, I'll take him in. They were like, whoa, look at your head. Yeah, I tell everybody. No, I'm thrilled.
Well,
I'm impressed more like as he said when I started, you want to do it like no one can tell. And he achieved that, and no one can tell if I didn't tell him.
Well, if you're like me, I mean, I don't, you know, this is what I do, and I tell everybody I've had a hair transplant that wants to know, but it's always, I always get positive feedback, so it feels good when somebody says, oh, that looks good, or I would have never known. And so I don't have a problem sharing it when I know in my mind that I think it looks good. If it didn't look good, you wouldn't probably be as proud of it. You wouldn't want to share it. But for me, I kind of enjoy the positive feedback when people know and they go, "Oh, that looks great."
No, correct.
Good too, right?
True. If it was bad, there's no hiding it. Like the old system when the old plug-in, as I called them, the tulips.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, wasn't going there. Wasn't ever doing that. That was just, it was nasty and ugly. This is a whole different ball game. This is it. This is great. It's great. I tell people it's great.
Now, just so people can see a little bit, slowly tuck your chin down so we can see the whole top. So go down as far as you can, if you can, even farther. Okay, good. Because you got work all the way back into the crown.
Correct.
And basically, it looks like you got a full head of hair now. So yeah, you can.
Well, that was the goal. That was the goal.
You can look back up. Yeah, there.
I wish I would have moved more though.
Well, as we say, the patients never come back in and say you gave me too much hair.
Right.
But as I see you, I mean, obviously, you never can have too much, but it's pretty solid everywhere. I don't see any areas of weakness, so I don't think you need any more. And Dr. Hasson would probably tell you to go away if you wanted more, because it's like, where is he going to put it? But,
Yeah.
So anything else you'd like to add? Any other stories? Anything that,
No.
or any advice for anyone going to consider this?
If it's about money, spend the money.
So well worth it.
It's well worth it. Yes, it costs money, but it's well worth it for self-esteem, for your appearance, for everything. It's just going to make you happy. It's like the happy pill.
Yeah.
It is the happy pill. It's not that I was dragging my ass around the city.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I just didn't like my photo taking.
Yeah.
Because I didn't look good in photos anymore, and I thought, I ain't taking my photo. Now, I'm still a little shy of the camera, because all those years of being awkward of the camera, I don't know how to relax in front of the camera. But after a while, I think I should loosen up going, you're okay, relax.
Well, I think you're very good in front of the camera, and of course, you know, it's only been a short period of time that you have enjoyed your hair, so I guess going forward you're going to be even more comfortable, but I'd say the transition has been very good, and I think you're very good in front of the camera, so I'd like to see you in a couple more years. You're ready for Hollywood, I think.
Well, thanks. But yeah, it's been a year. You know, I said I wanted to see all the pictures from start to end, and I'm excited to when I get them, and I'll share them with my relatives in Italy. The family here won't see it. I like keeping them in the dark. I think it's cool.
Yeah, well, thanks for sharing a little bit of your experience, and we appreciate it, and you look great. So
Thank you.
Always a friend of the clinic.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, Hasson did well.